I've usually presented you with gift bags for Jersey throwbacks.
I was expecting that.
Or Jersey Showdowns, rather. In the holiday season, those gift bags have disappeared. And it wasn't until this morning when we were walking downstairs and figuring out where's Shrems, because you texted me 10 minutes and then sat idling outside my building. I was panicking looking for gift bags that were not there. So, I have wrapped my Showdown in my jacket.
Next on Ugly Thirds.
Welcome back to another episode of Ugly Thirds. Today's topic will be the Needs to Come Back theme Jersey Showdown series. John Shrems, take it away.
Phil wrote these titles.
And practice.
And I told you to proof them.
This needs to be a throwback jersey, right? There's a jersey that needs to come back as a throwback.
Correct.
Like how Carolina's throwing back to Hartford for one or two games, right? Winnipeg has their 48. Canada won, like these a couple off, right?
It was difficult to do because Reverse Retro came in and just obliterated all my ideas. So my thought process is a team now that needs to go back to something that they were wearing in the past.
Yeah, well, yeah, something that should come back, not as their full-time look, but just needs to be a throwback jersey in a one-off situation.
And with these Jersey Showdowns, we wear our second choices.
Right. So let's talk about this first.
So I always, and I can't explain it, I always liked the way that this third looked on the Leafs. And maybe it's the blue shoulders, maybe it's the leaf itself. It might be the leaf itself. But you went from traditional maple leaf to something like this and added a little blue up here. It caught my attention.
I mean, they've thrown back to that so many times.
Yeah.
It's been their number one throw. I mean, like 4 different times it's come back, 4 different versions. And the current Leaf doesn't look that far off from it.
Yeah.
I'm not missing that one.
No.
I am missing these.
Oh, yeah?
Like, look, the San Jose Sharks, everyone thinks of the early 90s version. They weren't good in the early 90s.
No.
They were good in this era, the Owen Nolan era, right? Early Nabokov era.
Cat Falloon. All
right. I mean, like, and Sharks are gray. And they would go black. They want black out everything. And okay, black is mysterious. I get a Sharks and hide in the one. But Sharks are gray. I want and no one else has had shoulders like these. Like Philly is the closest, and these are not the same as Philly shoulders.
Nope.
And certainly not with these vented gussets. This is the first real use of vertical striping in these gussets to go the whole way down that I think actually works well.
Yeah.
I think this is the era of the Sharks that needs to be a throwback.
And they did an inaugural year throwback. I think it was 2014. They did a handful of games in jerseys like this and then dipped away from it.
Well, they did the original 90s with all the big stripes at the bottom, the 91 era ones, and that came back as an Adidas throwback too.
Yeah.
Never the 2000s. This is the era I miss of the Sharks. They were continually playoff making teams, always making a push, always being interesting, always in the conversation. And they just ignore this era entirely.
But it's your number 2.
It's my number 2.
Okay.
Because my number 1 is real off the beaten path, but I don't know how people.
I'm going to start with yours because
Amazon guy showed up. This was delivered in 2 days.
Are we doing like a simulcast of like a short too?
Yes, these are jersey. This is unboxing. You can destroy all of this packaging, by the way. I don't need it again.
You know what I didn't get? Hangers.
Let me work on that.
Fantastic. The Cleveland Barons.
Mm-hmm. The Columbus Blue Jackets need this as a throwback so very badly.
Interesting. I wasn't thinking that is way off my thought process here. Off the beaten path. And I've never seen one of these before. What does this come from?
Well, so this is an NHL jersey, 1976 to 78. The Golden Seals moved to Cleveland for 2 years. Mm-hmm. They were absolutely awful on the ice, and so they didn't fill the arena and disappeared. Officially merged their rosters with the North Stars. If you, depending how you read it, they were reborn as part of the San Jose Sharks, which
Okay.
I guess does relate this somehow. But all right, so it's the Cleveland Barons, Ohio in the middle with a B. You're telling me with a C and a B, and one of my favorite elements ever. Look at these numbers.
Jersey Cam.
Jersey Cam?
You working today, Jersey Cam?
Uh,
No, you're not. Good. I'm
Excellent.
glad we did this. Here. It's tough to see. So
Especially when it's black.
I'm going to bring it up right here. There you go.
It is in the state of Ohio. Your numbers are in the so like they didn't go with shoulder anything. They kept it right, and it's a very basic jersey. But like, okay, so either in having this as a straight up throwback with the black and red, which again Columbus has red in their color palette, not black, but they've used black.
Sure.
You can appeal to Northern Ohio with Cleveland, or you update this to Columbus and Blue Jackets and make this black into navy blue. Either way, you make this a throwback. You have won over, and you have the most Ohio. And how many people actually advocate for Ohio? It's actually a joke on TikTok.
Oh, yeah, no, the kids at school are.
And as a Yinzer, a full-on Yinzer, bleeding black and gold Pittsburgh fan, to go pro Ohio, go Jackets.
Yeah. You would, if you did your PR campaign for a jersey like this well enough, you put Columbus Blue Jackets here. But you make it a point to show, like, this is where we are. We are one unified hockey community in Ohio. This is not a Cincinnati versus Cleveland thing for football. This is one state.
This is hockey. Ohio hockey. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Not the state of hockey, a state of hockey.
A state of hockey. Yeah, this is the throwback. It needs to come back. Do it as a straight up throwback. Update it. I don't care. It needs to be part of Columbus's repertoire.
Okay. My approach was there is a stale look in the league, and easily the most stale. Be careful with that jacket.
You don't want me ruin your jacket.
There's a stale. You have to unzip it. There's a stale look in the league and a refresh.
You know how to wrap a gift.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Yes.
No,
Yes.
no,
Yes.
no,
Yes.
no,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
No. This coming back.
100%.
No.
And maybe not necessarily in the.
Well, thank you for the jacket though. This is nice. I like that.
I need to go home at some point. Not necessarily in this crest of a sense, but I want purple back in LA.
I don't. I mean, unless I've seen concepts where it's just purple and white or purple and silver, and that's interesting. Purple and black are so close visually that there's not enough on that bone. And Gretzky's era Kings are the only era where we see so much success there.
Right.
I don't see why they do. And this crest is among the worst logos
100%.
in leagues.
Get rid of
all
the crest.
leagues.
Get rid of the crest.
Get rid of it. Yeah.
Something needs to go here that's different. The Kings, if you think of the Kings right now, it's that baseball home plate.
It's not great.
White and black jersey.
This crown could be, but even then, it's so busy and all over the place.
We were out the other night and watching a Kings game on the TV, and they had their old school throwbacks with the silver helmets.
Yeah,
and it looked terrible.
Yeah, they don't look good, do they?
No, they.
I want to like them. I don't.
You put purple back in LA, even if it's a third jersey. Put some character back in this look, and you've got something. You've got something the fans can clamor on, especially in a year where they're looking really good.
I love the Chevy logo in silver and gray. So silver and black. I think that's the way to go. Gretzky. So, which of these should come back as a throwback? The Purple Kings or the Cleveland Barons? Shrems, John, you got to tell us in the comments. We don't pick here. It's up to you who wins this. Phil, take us out.
Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Tune in for another episode of Ugly Thirds.
A state of hockey.
A state.
A state.